Scorpio, welcome to your monthly May prediction reading. I nearly said love prediction, but we are doing it a little bit differently this month. We're doing it like the May overview, okay? So if you haven't already watched that, pick a card. There might be some extra messages in there for you, but we're covering the same themes of love, money, and life in general, okay? So what is happening in the month of May for Scorpio, please, Spirit, when it comes to life in general? Main theme, life in general. Please only take what resonates. Of course, this still is a collective reading. Don't let anything feel like it's forced. Use this as personal development and a heads up. We all have free will as well. You can definitely change the future. I don't know why I felt like I was removing a cobweb there off my hands. It just felt like I had to, yeah, it's almost like you had an annoyance, I feel, in April, and you're just kind of like shaking it off. You're just like, oh, let's just get that out of the way. Like it's not, you're not scared of anything. Potentially something came through as a threat in April. This is just a side note. Something came through as a threat in April, but you were not scared. Like, I'm not scared of the big bad wolf, that kind of energy. Okay, interesting. We've got Taurus and the bombshell here in your love section. So some real earthy energy here, some very luxurious energy, fertile, okay? So juicy peaches are on this card, okay? Stubborn energy as well with the Taurus energy there. You might be trying out new makeup looks. You might be really attracted to curves, curvaceousness, even working on your body and your curves. Feeling worthy, okay? A lot of self-love that's coming through there. But you're definitely seeking pleasure in the month of May when it comes to love. You've got the Seven of Swords, okay? Were you denying yourself these beautiful, simple pleasures and these, well, not even simple. Were you denying yourself the pleasures that you know you deserve here, Scorpio? Why is the Seven of Swords here in the love? Okay, Page of Cups. Four of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. Interesting. Were you really denying yourself the opportunity to shine? Were you really holding on to your coin? Were you really denying yourself social activities? And now you're kind of like, well, hang on a minute. I could actually like go out there and get what I want. Okay, there's a sense of like you've been holding back. And I just get the feeling that you were lying to yourself about feeling like, I don't need anybody in my life. I'm all good. I don't need extra attention. I can give myself everything that I want, you know, all these luxuries that I want in my life. And that's great. Good on you. Love that for you. We all need to kind of come into relationships with a lot of self-love and independence so that we have like a healthy attachment style to the person. So even if you're in a relationship, you're dating, you're in a situationship, or you know, you're single as a Pringle. I think that you've really been denying yourself some pleasures here. And what I'm feeling is that you are letting that go, or you're opening back up. Okay. It's like, and it does feel like it's going to be a bit of a process in the month of May. If I'm honest, I feel like you go, okay, I need to change this. Okay, I open myself up. Oh, a bit too open, a bit too scary. Come back to like a bit of a closed energy and then opening back up again. I think your friends are really going to help you, whether they know about this or not. I think you socializing a little bit is really going to help you to feel more in a loving energy, okay? There's the Two of Cups, okay? You might actually meet your soulmate when you're out and about, when you're socializing with friends, when you're getting together with friends. Rituals could be important. So if you're doing like any kind of full moon, new moon, any kind of like women's groups, okay, in particular, if you resonate as a femme, that might be really important for you to open yourself up a bit. And I think that you are doing this self-preservation protection mode because you've wanted to spend more money on beautifying yourself and looking after yourself, treating yourself right, because other people haven't in the past. But there's also a sense that maybe you thought that you needed to step up your game and needed to kind of reinvent yourself before you felt worthy. Okay, there's this sense of worthiness coming through before you felt worthy to dip your toe back into the dating field. Like, no one's going to notice me unless I have this and this and this. Don't fall into those traps that society wants us to kind of get into. But I think that's why you've been holding on to your own money, is because you may have given to people in the past and denied yourself any kind of like luxury or self-care routine, and now you've enjoyed that, or you are enjoying that, and it feels really juicy and ripe and you feel very sensual and feel really good. There is a sense that keep doing that and feeling that more than anything, not just doing that. Like, you don't need to go out and get any kind of surgery or anything just because you feel like that's what the dating scene needs you to have. Okay, what I want you to feel, what spirit really is calling you out here and saying, feel good in your own skin and feel confident. And when you feel confident, your aura attracts a different vibe here. You will actually blossom more as you feel it and then bring it to the surface. You'll actually glow more as you feel it and bring it to the surface. And I feel like that's very fated. There's something very destined about this. Tell me more about this Two of Cups. Who is this Two of Cups? We have the Two of Wands and the Strength. Are you attracting a Leo? Are you making plans to travel into a new direction? Are you moving in with a Leo? Okay. Depending on your situation, it's going to be different for everyone. But I really feel like you're making plans, and you're making plans because you feel stronger. Okay. You might even be traveling with friends or making plans to travel. But there is a sense of like setting something up that is going to make sure that the time that you spend with someone, okay, whether that's friendship, okay, the Three of Cups is really bringing friendship to mind with this energy, but the Two of Cups is talking a lot about a soulmate kind of energy here, a mutual reciprocated affection and sensuality and love, and it feels quite magical, I can't deny. And so I think that you're making plans with someone or many someones that is making sure, that is setting yourself up for success so that you don't go back into like a shell, okay? Or that you don't get your stinger out, Scorpio. You don't get your stinger out again where you're just like lying to yourself and your energy feels quite closed off and a little bit vicious, you know? It's like resting bee face is what I'm kind of getting from the Seven of Swords. And you were kind of giving yourself the stink eye, and you were definitely giving love the stink eye. And I think that you're realizing that you can be soft and strong. You can be vulnerable with the right people. It's safe for you to be vulnerable with the right people here. Interesting. Who's this Strength energy? Four of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I don't want to be bored. I don't want to be apathetic about love anymore. This is really that situation. You're putting a plan in place and having something to look forward to so that you don't fall back into these old habits. Okay, love that for you. Very interesting indeed. All right, let's get an overall. Okay, isolation. There's the energy that I think you came from, and anger. Look, I think you've really got to shake it off. Yeah, you've really got to shake off the position that you were coming from, and that resting bee face and that stink eye. It was like, yes, self-preservation for whatever happened in the past, but I think a little bit of like social dancing, social laughing, social like getting to talk to other people. It really is like rebuilding that muscle of I can, you know, it's like micro exposures to a sense of love. That's what I'm getting. It's like micro exposure. Okay, that felt good. That felt fine. And I think you're very, not just self-critical, but you're also very critical of other people. There's a lot of anger built up from past situations that potentially you're just on a huge defensive at the moment. And so that's why you've been reserving your energy in this isolation phase, perhaps in April and maybe for a lot longer than that is what I'm feeling as well. You might have just come out of a real hermit phase, but you're realizing that if you light yourself up from the inside, if you look at the Hermit card, it really does talk about like having that inner light and going within and finding that inner light. I think that you're going to come out of that situation and then it turns into like a new emotion. And what do you have to do with anger? You have to move it through, okay? You really do have to kind of face it. So I'm actually going to pop that one there and put the isolation back in. You've got love at the bottom. Yeah, there's a sense of anger about, well, if it didn't work out last time, like how's it going to work out this time? It's a bit of self-trust coming through here, and I think that you do have to use your intuition with this eye being open here. It's a sense of almost like you did yourself dirty, okay? But you're not going to do yourself dirty anymore, okay? You're not going to ignore offers that come in anymore. You're not going to say no and hold yourself back and close yourself off and deny that love exists, okay? You're actually like allowing that to come through, which is beautiful. Love that for you. All right. In the money and the finances and the career like theme for the month of May, Scorpio, we've got the Numinous, okay? This is about mystery. This is about the unknowable, about things that work out in strange and mysterious ways, okay? Shadow work, inner knowing. And we did just talk about the Hermit energy over here, okay? So this could have a lot to do when we're talking about this in a monetary sense. You could have like psychic intuition kind of guiding you in the right direction when it comes to making decisions about career and work. There's that Three of Cups again. About money, can you describe more about this situation when it comes to finances, money, work, career for the month of May for Scorpio? What else is happening here? I just heard I built a rod for my own back. Wow. Were you trying to be a martyr here, Scorpio? No more, though. What's happening in the month of May? How is it changing? How is it changing? I think you really didn't understand, or you didn't really see at the time how all of this was going to work out, but it really is. It really is working out for you. Everything's going to be okay. Like that's that kind of feeling. This is not financial advice, but it really is going to be okay. There's just something about divine timing here. There's something about it was meant to happen this way. I just got a notification there. So notifications always feel like confirmation. Okay. Whatever happened in the past, okay, recent past, I think that you became so closed off, you did build a rod for your own back, okay? With this heartbreak kind of energy here and the Ten of Wands energy here, you really like threw yourself into work and kind of overburdened yourself. But with the Three of Cups here, I think you were really denying. I can't not see these three energies together. I think you were really denying celebrating anything. You were very blasé, okay, about every little achievement that you were making, and it was because you were just in this like isolation era, let's call it that. I just feel like it's an era for you, and you were trying to protect yourself by not feeling anything. There was a feeling of like, I just need to numb everything out. And so even if you were having social events before, or maybe even for the like first week of May, for the next week, you may actually be having social events, but just feeling like not present, or feeling like you don't belong, or feeling like I don't even want to be here. And you just have that resting bee face again. But there's a sense of like, well, something has to change here. And I know it does. Okay. There's a sense of like, I don't want to be here. I think you just didn't really want to face the fact that there's a truth to there's a real sense that you didn't want to face the fact that your intuition was right, and that maybe you went against your intuition, okay? And especially when it comes to, I can't help but see the connection between the love and the career here. It was spilling over, okay? And I think it was this denial of happiness and this denial of your intuition, and by keeping yourself stuck, you've actually realized how it's affected your love life and how it's also affected your career and job. You've just been a little bit miserable. Like overall, you've been miserable, even though people have really been trying to cheer you up. But I think this is coming to an end, very much so. You've got the Sun, the Five of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles, okay? The Ten of Pentacles and the Sun showing up in your money sector, this is incredible, okay? This is like, and the Five of Wands, if you've been on my channel long enough, you'll understand that I see the Five of Wands very much as communication energy, even though it's wand energy, and it usually has to do with passion and desire and petty conflicts and stuff like that. I think this is like a petty conflict with yourself, and you're actually communicating with yourself, because if you look at this, they're just like playing fencing, you know, with sticks. If you see it as basic as that, and actually you'll see that some of them have a mask on, okay? They've been denying communicating with self. They're not actually speaking their voice. And I think you have been, there's been nudges of your intuition trying to get through, but you're just not hearing it. You're not even wanting to acknowledge it. And I think this is all little parts of yourself, Scorpio here. These 5 people feel like parts of yourself that you've potentially allowed someone else and other people, and I very much feel like in love, to define that you might have been called crazy. You might have been called, oh, you're overreacting. Oh, you're a lot, you know, Scorpio, you're such a lot. Well, Scorpio's intense. Of course you're a lot. Like, it's beautiful. It's incredible. Go get less, you know. But I think that you're starting to be really honest with yourself when it comes to, if I open myself up to love and trust and abundance, oh my goodness, look what I can do. I can actually take all these sticks and make a ladder, and I will increase the abundance and my connection to God or spirit or source, and my intuition will be able to guide me to make the right decisions that feel good, and I will no longer have the rod on my own back. Okay, so I think you were coming across as unapproachable, but really, Scorpio has such a beautiful side to you, and this is incredible. The sun shining on your financial sector here is incredible. This is you creating a legacy for self. This is you being independent. This is you, again, with the Leo energy, and you've got Capricorn, Earth energy, Virgo, Taurus energy, Taurus here as well. So grounding yourself in your power, okay, to make better decisions for yourself, to listen to yourself, and to embrace all the glorious possibilities that are available to you, okay? So saying yes to actually being present will show you how much abundance there is for you to actually claim immediately. It feels very immediate. It's like as soon as you can communicate to yourself in a way that's like organized and happy and positive, you'll actually see that you're creating something that is really long lasting here, that you're setting yourself up for financial success in the best possible way that is going to like serve you and generations to come. It's very, very impactful, this shift that is happening within you. And like I said, divine timing is really at play here. So I think you had to almost like get sick of yourself enough so that you would pay attention enough, so that you would pay the most attention. And I think you're starting to pay the most attention now, and you're starting to realize that the world does work in mysterious ways, but you are the world and you work in mysterious ways. And that when you can accept that and embrace that, you'll actually change your situation. You'll be able to put a lot of burdens down that were perhaps self-inflicted, self-imposed, and you'll be able to say, you know what, I there's a sense of like delegating what isn't yours anymore, okay? And you'll only be attracting the best. You'll only be in a positive situation. You might even need to change jobs in order to do this. For some of you, that's very much the case, and that you'll come into a new job or a new place that feels like victory. It feels like home. It feels beautiful. It feels really positive and really good. You've got the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, look, you're just in your stride when it comes to making money, saving money, spending money. You're looking after self as well, okay? But I'm really feeling like you're guided. You're guided in the right direction by tuning into the mysteries of life. You may even, with this pleasure seeking, okay? This is really pleasure seeking. The Sun and the Ten of Pentacles. With this kind of abundance, then I can do more when it comes to taking trips, okay? Then I can do more when it comes to healing and therapy, when it comes to beautifying myself and my home and my body. You know, it's freeing, very freeing for you at the moment. Is a strong theme when it comes to May. Something's very freeing because you're opening yourself up. You're tapping into source. Yes. You may have even started reading tarot for yourself. Ideation, okay? You're really like seeing things through, seeing things. And it's interesting that it's like a really deep red and then it's a light red, okay? So it's almost like a lot of hot anger turns into channel, okay? You start channeling it for passion. You start channeling it for making things happen, okay? You start channeling it for, well, I've talked about it long enough. Now if I just put these sticks down, change my mindset, oh my goodness, look how powerful, magnetic, attractive I am when it comes to attracting like money towards me. Okay, in the life theme, you've got Saturn and wisdom. Look, it very much feels like you had to have all of this happen, okay? You had to have that attitude, chip on your shoulder, the rod for your own back, and it was self-preservation, so don't knock yourself about for that, like don't knock yourself up for that. This was teaching you the wisdom that you needed to to realize the resources that you have within, okay? And that you've actually needed to have this to learn the lessons of this pain. You've needed to learn the lessons so that you can realize how powerful you really are and understand the mysteries of the world, the universe, your body, your mind, okay? Very much mind over matter here. And how immediate things change for you. Like you've got the Two of Cups, the Sun, the Ten of Pentacles, like strength. Very quickly, things start to change when you change your mind about things, okay? So this is then realizing that as an overall life theme, you realize that in May, okay? Fantastic. Now what? Now you start to get structured about it, okay? Now you go, well, if this is the way that I need to move forward, then I need to make sure I don't fall back into this energy, very much this strength energy of like, okay, I need to set myself up for success. And over here, definitely setting yourself up for success. You start taking responsibility, okay? This is very much you stepping into an adulting energy, but it's almost like you're teaching the inner child how to behave in a way that you become the person who's getting what you're asking for. Okay, so your ambition changes. You very much ground yourself. You become practical. You have a level of self-control, self-awareness, emotional maturity here. You start to be realistic about things whilst still having a container to dream within, okay? You understand time better. You understand divine timing for sure, okay? Understanding exactly why things had to happen this way. And it's been quite a struggle. And look, the struggle isn't over by any means. It's really, really, really improving for sure. But with this comes wisdom. With this wisdom comes a great sense of responsibility. No, it really does. It becomes like, okay, now it has to become a habit. Okay, so you're just very aware. It's not struggle. It's now like a new level of problem, like a higher level problem of now I have to remain accountable to myself. That's the kind of energy that I'm getting there. Now I have to remain accountable. And that can take practice, okay? And like I kept saying, it's like, go easy on yourself because it's not always going to be like a straight line. But if you focus on grounding yourself, there is a real sense that you will be able to get through this. So if you get too heady, okay, too in your head, too like wild with your thoughts, I'm seeing like the Nine of Swords. So very like up late at night, overthinking, anxious, like worried about things that haven't even happened yet. Don't let fear get the better of you, okay? Because it's just false evidence appearing real, okay? It's that kind of energy. Don't let fear get the better of you here. Just keep taking the steps forward, one step at a time, one step at a time. And especially if you have a plan, okay, you've set some plans in motion, you've got something to look forward to, now get to that point. Okay, if you've got something to look forward to, now take the steps. Okay, so it's almost like reverse engineer. And that makes me think of the money reading that I've just recently done. It's a timeless reading and a pick a card, so go and check that out as well. There may be a message in there for you. Just that reverse engineering. It'd be interesting if you got the pile where I talk about that. Okay, what else is happening in life in general for Scorpio in the month of May? What else is happening in the month of May for Scorpio? What else is happening in the month of May for Scorpio? There'll be more tests in how you use your resources wisely. Three of Cups again. Okay, your social circle, networking, friendship circle, it's all very important this month, okay? To help you to meet new people when it comes to love, to help you like let off steam when it comes to love if you're in a relationship, okay? There might be a lot for you to celebrate. I mean, the fact that you are meeting someone that you are feeling like you're at the tipping point of your healing journey here and like healing this broken heart, healing this like heartbreak over possibly like a work situation not working out the way you wanted it to. There's a lot to celebrate, but you're going to need other people to help you do this. Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, putting in the work. The Magician in reverse. Why the Magician in reverse? Eight of Pentacles. Look, you're not feeling completely on top of your game, even though things are really, really, really good here. Like, it's so interesting that it's like back and forth in your head, holding yourself back, and same thing here, like making things harder than they need to be, but then the next row of each of these is like, well, you're celebrating, well, you're meeting someone, well, you're gaining strength, you're making plans, you're not saying no to everyone and everything now. And that brings in so much positivity and like good self-talk, and you can trust your decisions again, and then all the money flows in. It's like very like you're flipping a switch completely. Okay, this feels like the first half of May, and this feels like the second half of May. So it's interesting that shows up again. The Magician in reverse is showing up in this like first half of May, where it's like, I'm not quite on my game, but I'm working on it. Okay, with the 7 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles, it's like I'm working on it. I'm really like, I'm ready to like water this new energy. I'm ready to learn these lessons that I need to learn. I'm learning how to put structure and discipline into my life. And the routines, like I said, it's not always going to be easy. It's going to be like, oh, close off, open up, close off, open up. But I think your friends are really going to help you get through this. Family as well, close family. King of Swords, it feels like you're... the self-talk at the end of May, in the last 2 weeks of May, is going to be so much better. The self-talk is very strong. You do gain a lot of confidence, Scorpio, here, from really speaking highly of yourself, accepting compliments. Instead of having an inner battle where you're saying, no, don't go, you're actually saying, but what if, okay? What if I do go? Real self-honesty here, the Hangman in reverse. So coming out of a phase of limbo, okay? That took a long time for these messages to come out. There you've got the Star and the 2 of Wands. The 2 of Wands again, okay? So really making plans for more wish fulfillment is really coming through strong. You come out of a place of being in limbo and being in a bit of a pause state, and you no longer want to hang around just waiting for things to happen. You're actually going to start making things happen overall. You have all the resources that you need, and you're slowly starting to realize that. It is going to take some work. There is still a lot of healing overall. I think this month is going to be extremely healing, because it's almost like you get to step back at the end of the month and see the bigger picture, okay? And you get to go, wow, look what I actually did do. You know, there was some tangible change here, not just how I feel, which is amazing because you're a water sign. It's very much how you feel, but you also, Scorpio, are more of a, of all the water signs, like you're more the one that is going to make things tangible, make things known. If you sting someone, you actually, like, it's going to leave a mark on that person. Okay. So I really feel like you are more grounded in that sense, and you want to see the physical change. And I think you are going to see that. And I think you have quite an epiphany as you do, and you realize that that's the way forward now. Okay. Now that I have like worked out this plan for how I'm mastering my mind, I am the biggest self-healer that I know, right? I can heal myself. I can heal my life. If you haven't looked up Louise Hay's books or audios, there's a whole like thing about that when it comes to manifestation and the law of attraction and mind over matter. Okay, you really can heal your own situation here by the plans that you put in place. And I think you're actually going to surprise yourself by how much wish fulfillment you personally can bring into your own life. Okay, you attracted this mate. Okay, you attracted this mutual love. Even if you're in a relationship, the way you start treating yourself brings more love to you, brings more strength to this relationship, okay? The way you start changing your mind about your financial situation and your work situation, and you start saying, no, I'm not going to walk around like that. I'm not going to, have that attitude or act like that. You change things. You change things. And I'm really seeing this as like, these things have been working, and I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to continue on this plan, and I'm actually going to surprise myself with just how much I can achieve. I think there's going to be a time where you're going to be really recognized at the end of May. Moving into June, you're going to be really recognized for the work that you've done, the glow up that you've had, and the financial like stability that you gain. And you're just going to be walking a lot more confidently into June for sure. Okay. The Star energy, Aquarius energy, it's healing. It's wish fulfillment. It's make a wish. It's you are stepping into the dream version of yourself here, Scorpio, and I freaking love it. All right, let's get a main emotion here for Scorpio in the month of rejection. Oh, I'm rejecting the old version of me. Interesting. Also, interesting how that looks like a cross, okay? If, like, obviously it's a cross that way, but it looks like a cross like that. And that very much gives me that rod for your own back, okay? You were trying to, like, make a martyr of yourself, trying to protect yourself because I've been hurt before, I can't love again. Like, you know, I'm going to numb myself out so that I can't be hurt again. I'm going to take on all this work just to, like, numb out the pain. No, 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 no. You're rejecting that version of yourself. You're rejecting the pain. You were stinging yourself. Your tail was literally stinging yourself for too long. And you're rejecting that now because you're realizing how powerful you really are. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's get a self-care message. Okay, create art. I mean, you are art. That's what I hear. You are art. And we were talking about that with the bombshell energy here. I think you're really going to come out the other end of May feeling like the bombshell, looking like the bombshell, like got everything that you need independently, feeling good, rejecting anything that isn't that energy. Okay, so you are the art. I'm really feeling like you're going to be changing the way you look, your hair, your makeup, the way you dress, even like to the point of like changing your signature. Okay, you might be getting a tattoo, you might be getting your nails done. I'm really feeling like you're making art of your whole life, and I love that. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you know that one of my favorite sayings about my own life is that your life is your art. Your life is your art. I'm an artist as well as a tarot reader. My life is my art, okay? What inspires you here, Scorpio? Your emotions, your journey is really going to inspire you enough to keep making these wishes, keep making these changes, keep making your life this beautiful masterpiece of art. In May, you're a work in progress, but it's just at the finish line. And then I think in June, it's like you're putting the frame on the piece and hanging it on the wall. And that's you, and that's the rest of your life. Oh, stunning. Let's get an overall advice message here for Scorpio. Overall advice for the month of May. I'm going to take that. There's 3. Remember that no one is perfect, that each of us has faults we'd like to fix. Goodness. And mistakes we'd like to erase. We all have fears to fight and lessons to learn and room to grow. Wow. Summary much? Okay. Holding that there in case you want to take a screenshot. Okay. Celebrate yourself for all the good things you've done, all the kind things you've said, and all the beautiful things that you are. Absolutely. With the 3 of Cups showing up in every single sector of your life here, celebration is the key, and all the beautiful things that you are. All of the beautiful things that you are, not just what you've done, all the beautiful things that you are, because art is art if you say it is, and I think you are, okay? Tune out your mind's chatter and listen to your heart. That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. We talked about that, okay? Over here, you're mastering your mind, the King of Swords, okay? Beautiful energy here. That's what I have for you, Scorpio. Please let me know in the comments below how it resonated, even if you want to come back at the end of May, rewatch and just check it all out. How did it all check out for you? Thank you so much. Good luck. I will see you in the next one. Bye.